Hey guys, I want you guys to do something for me, okay? I want you guys to try to add this up to see how this makes sense. And I want you guys to think back to about the year, about 2009 maybe. I think that's when it came out. Anyway. This all has something to do with a franchise that hasn't really had any good games since about 2003, maybe 2004, I want to say. I want to say that. Anyway, this has to do with the years 1999 and 2009. Okay? Okay, good. Now, I want you to think back. I want you guys to put yourselves in the mindset of someone who has played the game Silent Hill Shattered Memories, which is available on the Nintendo Wii and the PS2. And I want you guys to think back to that game, okay? Keep that in mind, okay? Okay. Now, that game came out in 2009, okay? That's why I said keep that year in mind. Okay? Okay, good. Okay. Now, Cybil says something in the game, near the end of the game, that kind of contradicts the whole series in the games. The first game came out in 1999. Therefore, what I'm about to say about what Sybil's words are do not make sense. Cybil said the guy that she's been talking to believes he is Harry Mason. Heck, she believes he is Harry Mason, but there's only one problem with that. Now, here's the problem. Now, here's where I get terribly confused, okay? According to what Cybil said when she pulled up the file on Harry Mason at the police station, Harry Mason died in a car crash 18 years ago. Okay, do you guys see where I'm going with this? 2009 minus 18 years would put it back in the year 1991. 8 years before the events of the first game took place. So, is it possible that whoever wrote the dialogue meant to write 10 years ago? Or is it possible that, that Sybil's voice actress, whoever it was, misspoke? I don't know. That's what I want to hear from you guys. Okay? So keep the years in mind. 1999, 2009, and the franchise is the Silent Hill series. I want you to keep Silent Hill 1 and Silent Hill Shattered Memories in your mind when you're thinking about this, okay? This is something I want you guys to think about. Okay. Anyway, let me rephrase that. I want you guys to figure out how this makes sense because I can't add this up. The only part I got figured out is either Cybil Bennett's voice actress, either Cybil misspoke and she meant to say 10 years ago, or the dialogue, or they just completely screwed the dialogue up when they translated it to America. Okay? So I want you guys to try to figure this one out because I can't figure this one out. I have no idea, okay? Again, I want you guys to give me what you guys think happened there, okay? When Sybil said, I told you I pulled your file at the police station. I told you that, right? Heck, I believe you are Harry Mason. Heck, you think you are Harry Mason, but there's one problem. Harry Mason died in a car crash 18 years ago. And that game came out in 2009. So, how does that make sense? when the first game came out in 1999 and Shattered Memories came out 10 years later in 2009? How does that make sense, you guys? Huh? So, I don't know how that makes sense because it doesn't. If you guys have any idea of how that makes sense, let me know how that makes any kind of sense because it doesn't, okay? It just doesn't. No matter how hard I try, I cannot figure out how it makes sense for the first game to come out in 1999, Shattered Memories comes out 10 years later, and that's supposed to be a reimagining of the first game, and yet Cybil near the end says that Harry's dead, and yet the guy she's talking to is Harry Mason? How does that make sense, you guys? I mean, seriously, give me your thoughts. Alright? Okay. So, guys, if you guys. Okay, guys, let me explain. Okay. Yeah, I decided that maybe it might be a good idea, if I just if I just, took some time off, to clear my head because right now yeah, let's just say I've been dealing with some personal issues. I'm not going to go into detail about it, okay? That's all you need to know. And I will, and if you guys do have, and guys, I do love you guys. I care about you all, but there are some times, guys, when I really do need your help, okay? I really do need your help. And the help I need is for you guys to help me, okay? You guys can help me by letting me know what you guys think, what you guys want, okay? Okay.